aligned so that the world can know, so that the world can know that is what the plan. As a vision leader for this country, 12 years in opposition, we're making the peace. 6 years in government, we're making the peace. We must honor the unity party regime that people are murdered here. We want to say to the one of peace. We want to say to the one of peace. You were successful 2 decades ago. You murder our people right here. And today, Barker has rewarded you. We are more than you have all to protect yourself. Yes, sir. But we have built our plan, our party headquarters. You understand that if a plane invasion tonight, and let the police be aware, we will see you tonight. Now, let the police be aware. We will do everything in our means to have ourselves protected. Mr. Walker is practically trying to exhibit the lack of government. Let the people be aware. Find the issues of this country. Solve the bread and butter issues of the Liberian people. Then in September, sleeping is an issue. Food is an issue. Let the people agree forward. The food is an issue. We pray to deliver services. Service delivery is an obligation. You should ever see this shit. One of my boys, one of our leadership, do not take any action in your head. We are fully prepared our leadership. We will lead very soon. You will desire. Is not the speaker or was going to resign on Monday. It was a time. There's nothing that will make Fonadikofa to resign. The only thing that will make Fonadikofa to resign is to go through the due process. Like we are following. Let me say a big thank you to all the people that left from Nigeria district. I came to join the people of district number 10. The people that left from Nigeria counties. As I'm having press conference, I have to tell all the people thank you, including the people of district number 10, because every day I'm being attacked. People are saying the reason why I voted for you is the reason why you will always be voted for. The job that we saw you doing is a job that you still doing and want to keep it up. Because we are resolved that you are our leader and we will keep voting for you. So I want to appreciate all the people that left from your Bureau district, your Bureau counties, that came to join the top district number 10 to make me the representative of district number 10. We are before the court. Like people always say, we should respect the law. We will keep respecting the law until the law disrespects itself. But I can safely say to our people and the people of Liberia, if the Supreme Court rule and the ruling of the Supreme Court is not respected, we will take the law into our hands like they are doing. That means there is no law in this country. And if the executive get involved, Joseph Walker will have to step down. That means he was seen to be president of this country no more. I'm saying if the Supreme Court rule, and the Supreme Court ruling is not enforced by the executive that's supposed to enforce the ruling of everything, the enforcement arm of this country is the executive. If they cannot enforce it, we will have the Supreme Court to enforce it.
It's Monday. It's Monday in the Republic of Liberia in Monrovia, the capital city. Today is Wednesday, another day. It is another day again that we're here to talk about issues of national concern. Today is the day just after Armed Forces Day, the 12th of February 2025. Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Kear Morning Show here on Kear Radio FM 95.9. My name is Jefferson Weah, and it's a pleasure being here every morning. Waking up, cutting our sleeves every morning. We cut a shot just to be here to inform the people, to tell you those issues of national concern, trending issues. It is our obligation. It's what we sign up to. So we are always upbeat. We are always optimistic that information dissemination remains our major priority. Lots of things to talk about this morning. Yesterday was the Armed Forces Day, the 68th Armed Forces Day celebration. And of course, yesterday was the very first time the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Boakai, since he took office as president. Yesterday was the first day that he inspected the men and women in arms. It was a very wonderful ceremony held at the Barclay Training Center on the UN Drive here in Monrovia. Oh yes, it was wonderful. It was indeed wonderful. There were lots of guests, especially the keynote speaker, Sierra Leone President Julius Maada Bio, His Excellency, alongside his beautiful wife, Madam Fatima Bio. They were all here. Scores of government officials and former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was also there. The Chief Justice Siale Yo, and of course the Vice President and the members of the Liberian legislature were present. Senate Protein Yomdi Kanga was there too. So we're live on Facebook, Kear Network, KEARNETWRK, and on YouTube, Kear Communications Network. Subscribe to our channels on YouTube and also like and follow our page on Facebook. Why the celebration was ongoing yesterday, the Armed Forces Day celebration, there was something different going on up Capitol Hill, especially at the lower house, the House of Representatives, and in the office of Fonati Kofa, embattled Speaker Kofa. There was an eviction process ongoing yesterday, and it was being headed by Bond County District 3 Representative James Cole. We'll talk about that this morning. We'll talk about issues yesterday relative to the Armed Forces Day celebration. There are these arguments going around. Oh, the president rode in a vehicle and others are saying, well, he's not the only person who's done that. We look at the pros and cons, we talk about that, we do our analysis, and we open the lines for you. 9 o'clock, we'll have the guest Teach for Liberia. The head of the Teach for Liberia will be our guest at 9 o'clock. And then at 12 this afternoon, there will be a special edition of Alexander Benedict Cummings press conference. Cummings' press conference will be live on this radio. It's a 2-hour program, so it's going to be live on this radio and on our page as well. So we'll look at that. We'll also talk a little bit about, Mr. Cummings and other things. So be there while I'm here. Let's have ourselves a wonderful time this Wednesday morning, February 12th, 2025. Today's a birthday. I'd like to say happy birthday to all of you celebrating. As usual, we'll just take a break to be right back. A very short break, and then we'll be back. Be there.
This is Amazing Kear Home Health Services. This is a home health agency. We send nurses and home health aides to patients' homes and take care of them, provide medical and non-medical services for them in their homes. So that's what we're doing. This is the office space where the high-end process is rendered.
Also the assisting admin at Amazing Kear. I've been with this company since 2014 when we were making nothing. And we were literally in the basement of our apartment. This is how growth have brought us this far. 2-bedroom apartment, and we were literally using the basement and the garage space to carry on this business. And because of growth, we moved here on 2019, and we've been here since 2019 doing this. And God has been so faithful along the way, and we're still going strong. You can see this is the office of Amazing Kear. We want to welcome the Care Network in here.
I say, my people, you're not hear about the Liberian owned business called Jefferson Incorporated, right on UN Drive in Clay Street?
Small. What kind of place business you talking about again, so?
I'm talking about our own Liberian business called Jefferson Incorporated, right down Clay Street before UN Drive intersection.
My man, tell me more about Jefferson.
I say, my people, Jefferson specializes in entertainment and delicious food, so local food like kabagi and all. They get European and Western dishes with all kinds of special finger food, man. And they can do free delivery for their customers. Not all. Jessica get one nice and decent guest house fully air conditioned with unlimited Wi-Fi services. The people motor are value for cheap, yeah, and they're home far away from home.
Hey Jessica, that place like my meal spot now.
Call Jessica today on 0775 762 906. My Liberian people, let's promote our own Liberian business, Jefferson Incorporated. It is the number one stop center for your small operation.
Okay, so Amazing Care Home Services is a proud sponsor of the Kear Morning Show here on Kear Radio, and of course, you're welcome to come and do business with us, Kear Radio. This station is open to doing business with those of you out there who you have your business, you have that, whatever business you have and you need promotion or you need it to be aired, we're here. We're very much affordable. You can come. We have slots here for any business. Just bring, the details of your business and we will run it for you on this. We will also do jingles. You listen to the ads that were just played, Jacita, we have trained, people here to do that for you. Okay, so yes, like I said, at 9 o'clock we will have a guest from Tish Liberia, and she'll be here, and then she'll talk more about Tish Liberia. We talk about too many things, activities they into, the programs they're offering, and just too many things. The visit of other alumni and everything. So Abigail Tuba, Quad 4 active fellow, will be here. She will sit on the platform and we'll talk about that. So for those of you young ladies out there, it is the opportunity now that you have to just tune in and listen, and then so that you can learn. Okay. Yes. So let me do this announcement. People died. It is always unfortunate when you lose a family member. Yeah, when you uh, when you lose a family member, it is heartbroken. It is heartbroken, right? Uh, but well, uh, God is the one who gives and He takes. So we don't question Him. So let me read this announcement. He died. The late Major Weah Patrick Selutoko from the Liberia National Police, a former driver. As a matter of fact, Weah Toko, he's Patrick Toko. Formerly, he used to be called Grasshopper. So he used to drive for when Manaseri Toko. He used to drive for the police inspector general then Biaje Mona C. So he has died, and so he has since been buried. In fact, well, he was born on July 1, 1950 in Lofa County, Vahum, and of course, he died on the 26th of January, 2025. So this is to inform all family members, brothers and sisters, children, grandchildren, and friends in and out of Liberia, and of course his hometown of Vahum, Lofa County, Sierra Leone, America, and around the world, that the 40-day feast will be on April 12th, 2025 at 8 a.m. and will be held at his residence, the Toko's residence in St. Paul Bridge, right behind Marco Plaza, all right, at Allen Clinic Junction. So for those of you who want to be there, for more information, maybe you want to know, you can call 0778 that's 926664. 0778 926664 or 0880 463686. 0880 463686. Or better still, 0775 29 16 19. 0775 29 16 19. So those are the numbers you can use just in case you need more inquiry on the passing of the 40-day feast of the late Weah Patrick Toko. He was a former driver of former police inspector general Beatrice Mona C under the regime of former President Salih. And so that's it there. He died on January 26, 2025. Okay, folks. So, yesterday there was a wonderful ceremony that occurred. Yesterday was actually the Armed Forces Day celebration. Every year, the 11th of February is being legislated, set aside to be celebrated as Armed Forces Day. And so last year, when President Boakai got inaugurated, and then the following month, the Armed Forces Day was disrupted by disbanded AFS soldiers. And so there was no ceremony. There were roadblocks all across the country. For those of you who can remember, there were roadblocks at Kawa Junction, Poinfo Junction, Douala, Central Monrovia, all across. There were Painesville area, the Robertsville Highway. There were roadblocks by the disbanded AFL, women. And so that ceremony was, you know, not held. On yesterday, the president had the opportunity for the first time to celebrate with the men and women in arms, and of course, to deliver his message to the army. And then the keynote speaker yesterday was Sierra Leone President Julius Maada Bio. The man came, and he made some significant points yesterday. Talked to the army. The army will have to be independent. They should not be carried away. The army is for the people. He said lots of things. Collective efforts of the army will be, needed. And I saw a display of new armor tanks, yesterday, because I was at the barrack. I covered the entire ceremony. I was there. We hosted the flags and everything. But here's the thing. There was this, for the first time in Liberia, since I got to know myself. I don't know whether it happened before I was born, but since I got to know myself as a person, as an eligible voter, I have not seen any president of Liberia, rode in a vehicle to inspect the army. I haven't seen that. On February 11, 2023, I was in the barrack. The last time former President Weah, had the opportunity to. The last time he inspected the army, the Armed Forces Day 2023, I was there. So I did not see that. Madam Salif, 12 years, I did not see that. She always, marched to inspect the army, move around. And so yesterday, and this has sparked, it has sparked public attention that the president, and I too, when I saw the Toyota Halo pickup, when I saw it well decorated, it was parked just behind us, where the media, was situated, where they designated for media to, go to our little booth, I would say, and the pickup was just parked behind us. But I did not know that pickup would have been used by the president. I didn't know. I saw the decoration and everything, the ribbons and all on it, but I didn't know that it would have been used by the president until time for the president to inspect, when the master of ceremony called for the inspection, of the team, the commander of troops, and then I saw the pickup left from its previous position, and it drove it right to where the president, normally stands, across the other side on the football field, on the pitch, in fact, on the pitch. And so I saw the president moving, being escorted by the chief of staff of the armed forces, General Jefferson Fayafole. And I was like, so they brought the steps down that the president would stand, walk on, to claim on, and then I was like, wow, the president is going to inspect the army in a vehicle. And so he moved around all through. And after the ceremony, if I were there have been mixed reactions. President Weah, is because of, some were saying because of health issues, and some were saying no, he's not the only president who should, who have gotten in a vehicle to inspect the army and what. All sort of things were coming on Facebook. You check on Facebook, people are posting saying different things. When you walk around the corners, they say different things, right? So yes, I just want to make a little point on this and move forward. Let's compare Liberia's army to the other countries like China, Mexico, France, the United States, Ecuador, other countries. The number of people, the troops, aside the army, right? But the paramilitary groups, you have the LRA, Customs Department, you have the National Fisheries Aquaculture Authority, NAFA, you have the City Police, you have Pinsville City Corporation, you had the Fire Service, you have LMP, you had Immigration, you have Liberia Civil Police, you have the Boy Scouts and Association, you had other security, the DEA, they were all there. I did not see the Forestry Development Authority. I didn't see FDA. I didn't see the Broward City Corporation. I didn't see the Broward City Police. I think there was some other securities that should have been there. I did not see them. Yeah. So this is the thing. Our army, we do not have a large army. Liberia does not have a large army. Moreover, that field, the Barclay Training Center, that BTC barrack, the field is just a small field. And some are saying, well, it's a new era. The president is introducing something new to Liberia. Okay, when we say yes, it's good. The president is introducing something new to Liberia. But you cannot compare the army of Liberia to countries like China that have millions in the military. That sometimes you have to walk from here, you pass Freeport, you're walking as far as Douala, or maybe Jamaica or Logan Town. Yes, as Douala. You're walking, that's the army we're talking about. An army of a whole country. The barrack, the BTC barrack that we have, cannot even take. Even look, okay, Sierra Leone that is just next door. Sierra Leone has more men in the army. But Liberia, no. We know where. But that, it's just, I'm just making this point, laying this, because the argument has been the president, I don't want to attribute that, the president was sick and what have you, but I am saying that we cannot, if we want to say the reason the president did is because other countries do, then I would say, in my mind, I don't think so, because those countries we're talking about, they have a very huge army, huge, military. A very huge, aside of the other ones, the paramilitary, but just the army alone. Like China, just those in the army alone, China. Before you talk about other securities that will go and form part of the celebration. We cannot compare to, sometimes when we're making these comparisons, we should know how we make them. Yeah. You can say because those countries are doing it, and so it is. We just have a handful of army here. Even look at our the armors yesterday, the armor trucks. Look at them. We had just one truck with the do you know what they call that thing? The moon mortar. That one that travels a lot. That heavy. We just have one truck that carries only one. Just that truck. And then the new trucks that came, those tanks that you saw, I think three or four, right? And that's all. That's all. The army is not many. That's why sometimes we encourage people more to join the military, to join the army. To join the army. So that argument of other countries did it and what have you, for me, I will not attribute that, but it is a small army. We just have a small army in Liberia. Yeah, President Kwa just walked and moved around, and it's another form like former President Salif. And when I saw you saw former President Salif over there yesterday, very strong enough. She was there, and like George Weah, he will move around. The former President Salif will move around the military and go around. Like all the other guys will be, all the other paramilitaries will be there. The FDA will be there in a green suits and what have you. Yesterday, there were not many. Yeah, the troops, all the people that were in there yesterday, there were not many as compared to the past celebrations. So let us not attribute this to the president was sick and other people. If it's a new thing that the president is introducing or has introduced to Liberia, well, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing, too. Well, it's not say because other countries did it. We cannot compare our army to that of the other countries. We are small, just small. We're not even near Sierra Leone, so we are small, right? We are very small. So that's just the point I wanted to make there. Let me go to the legislature. Yesterday, sometimes I frown at lawmakers, these people who are making the laws in this country. They are the ones making the. I don't know. I can always sit and ask myself, the lawmakers, do they really understand our constitution? Those that we elect. I think it's hard time that we start looking for people who understand our constitution, who understand the laws of our country before putting them in power. Because what I saw yesterday over there, I don't know, at the Capitol, in the office of Fonati Kofa, first of all, in the absence of a person, whether you are a non-citizen, you are nobody has any right to just enter your house and just go search without a warrant or anything. They just enter and they go take things and because they want you. Or even your landlord will just enter your room in your absence, bust your door and say they won't pull you outside. When you're not there, bust your door and then say, oh, but would you recording it and what have you? No, I don't think it's right. The matter at the Capitol, the whole Capitol building, the legislative impasse, that removal of the speaker and what have you, that matter still, Fonati Kofa still at the court, hardcore, Musa Belete is still there in court. The Supreme Court was clear. They did not give a ruling, but they said the decision of everything, the lawmakers who is ultra-viral, meaning you go back and settle your thing, you do it properly, then you do what you can do. You do what you can do. Associate Justice Basic has written something. He has said something. He has interpreted something. That since the majority bloc does not have the number yet, though they have a huge number, but they have not reached 2/3 of the majority. And then, on the other hand, Fonati Kofa does not have a number to, have a quorum, though he's the speaker, but he does not have the number to have a quorum. All of these things, Supreme Court say, it is ultra-viral. So y'all go back and do the needful. It is not our business to interfere. It is not the business of the executive to interfere. You go back and do it. In that vein, the executive branch has submitted the budget to the legislature. Now, when they say yeah, go back and do it, remove Fonati Kofa, there was a speaker elected. Whether he was elected legally, whether his election was legal or not, they have a speaker. That particular ruling of the Supreme Court that came, though they did not state, did not interpret their ruling, the Justice Minister did an interpretation also to it, but during the summer, there was a speaker, Rachel Kuhn, and then we saw the absence of the Chief Justice, but then she was out of the country. But her associate justices, you can't tell me that every one of them were out of the country. They were there. But since they had a matter still in court, they say we get matter, we still get court here, we get something from somebody from the legislature, the people that have put the broad case here, so we cannot do anything about it right now, and so they stayed away. They stay away because the Constitution must be protected. Look, let me tell you, the Constitution of Liberia is greater than any other thing in this country. The Constitution is greater than any other thing in this country. Even the president, the Constitution is above the president. It's above the president. Fonati Kofa, being a seasoned lawyer, is not bothered by what is going on. Mind you, I'm not defending Kofa, but he's a lawyer. He is taking everything, every step that should be involved in the matter. He is just taking those steps. That's why you see he's not bothered. But sometimes too, we ask, you're a lawmaker. The people elected you to do the work, but he keeps saying he cannot sit under Rachel Kuhn, who was not elected legally. He is not. Kofa is saying the man is not a legitimate speaker. In the absence, now they have been warning, you can't take your things from the office. The speaker will have to occupy, so you can take your things from there. And what have you? This country, fellow Liberians listening to me this morning, this country, Liberia, if we are not careful the way things are going, if we are not careful to handle the peace that we enjoyed, the peace that we enjoyed almost 22 years now we're going. Just in 2023, we celebrated 20 years of unbroken peace in this country. Somebody will say the peace that Liberia is enjoying is a fragile peace. But honestly, we must protect the peace of this country. Already, U.S. government is not even thinking on, you can see Donald Trump, you said they're cutting every funding, not only Liberia. And then things are happening. Things are happening. In the absence of Fonati Kofa, you enter. I mean, how will a lawmaker, the man who makes law, will go into a speak, the man Kofa, hey, I can tell anybody legitimately, Fonati Kofa is speaker. And I'm saying this. Legitimately, legally, by constitution, he is the speaker. Going into it, behind him, his office is locked, and you, Representative James Colette, instructing people, and you there. People with cameras, and you there giving orders for the doors to be, broken. Hey, I don't know where I don't know where are we going as a country. I just don't know. Where are we going as a country? You will see some other people, young people who should be, thinking about the future, who should be protecting the future of this nation. They are celebrating these things. Let me tell you, for me, I don't bite and blow. I'm telling you that our constitution, the laws of this country, has been disrespected. The laws of this country have been disrespected. They have been disrespected. Going into the office of Fanatic Kofa, embattled speaker, because he had refused to come and get rid of or take his things from the office, since he believed Kofa is saying that he is waiting for the ruling of the court. I thought the majority bloc would have said, well, we all will wait for the ruling from the Supreme Court and then we take action. But it is the other way around. It is the other way. When the matter is still before the court, there has been no ruling, and then things have been done. On the other side, where are we going? Where? In this country, Liberia, if our lawmakers are doing these things, disrespecting our laws, disrespect. Now, during the solar, this is the same lawmaker, James Colette, who looked in the faces of journalists when we asked him the tough questions. Well, the absence of the Chief Justice, the bench of the Supreme Court, their absence and presence here means nothing. The absence of our colleagues, all of here means nothing. But mind you, Fanatic Kofa is not a speaker. So you went into his office when I saw, look, so those, look, do you know how expensive those are? Do you know the documents that Fanatic Kofa has in there? The documents that you have there, you're taking it from there and then leaving the chairs. Say, well, these chairs and desks, for the house is now for Fanatic Kofa. Or we're taking his documents, we're taking his pictures down, we're taking all these things, his ex-spouses, and all of those things. There you go. Bond County lawmaker, the people of Bond County, the people of Bond County District 3, District 3 people. There you go. This country, where are we going? Why will people take laws in their own hands? Is it because you are a lawmaker? Now, this man, Representative Colette, has been now being appointed by Rachel Kuhn as the chair on rules, orders, and administration. Oh yeah, Colette. So Marvin Cole, since Marvin Cole was there, it was Honor Kufa. He said, no, you Marvin Cole, go sit down. You're suspended too. Are you kidding me? For going heaven's sake. Our lawmakers, people who should be making laws for this country, that the judiciary will interpret. And then after interpreting it, the executive, they'll go and enforce the law. Is this it? So, I mean, a lawmaker, so that's what I said. I think it's hard time that electorates get to understand those they are electing. Do you understand our constitution? Start to ask the tough questions. Do you understand our constitution? Have you, any knowledge of our constitution? The constitution is being disrespected in all forms. Look at what happened yesterday. While the Armed Forces Day celebration was ongoing, there was an eviction going on in the office of Fanatic Kofa, embattled speaker. Is this the kind of Liberia we want to see? you elect people to go and work for you, and the only thing they do is the opposite. You elect people to work in the interest of the people, they do the opposite. Is this the kind of country we want? Liberia? Is this the kind of country we want to see? We've come too far. What is happening now around the world? I don't think America, they say our godfather. If anything should happen, that America will already. If America is telling people that, telling the world, well, you said our funding and all other, we're not going anywhere. Then these things happen. You think if something happens here or whatever, you say, or America going to say, okay, let's send money to Liberia again. We should be thinking, lawmakers should be thinking on making laws that will improve the lives of the people. It's not to go and be breaking into the offices of other people by force. Did he have or did he obtain a search warrant? Because I've not seen a search warrant. If there was one, why he didn't post it? We did not see it. A search warrant. Why? Why must we disrespect our laws? Why must we disrespect our laws? This is so wrong. This is wrong. In our country, Liberia, it's wrong. We cannot continue to live in this country like this, Liberia. We can't continue to live in this country just like this. We do things like the way we want to do. We just do it. We just do it. We just do it. Why? This is not right. This is not right. What happened yesterday? I don't know. I just don't know as a country whether we are ready in this country. I don't know whether we are ready in this country. I don't know. For a lawmaker, a certain lawmaker to enter the office of an embattled speaker, to break into it, all in the name of he should be evicted, he should clear it because the speaker, the quote-unquote majority bloc speaker, wants to take office. Rachel Kuhn, who is, an instructor. Rachel Kuhn, this is his second term in the House. Colette been there. He's been there. You want to tell me that they do not still understand legislative proceedings? They do not understand our constitution? So you want to sit in the office of a speaker by force, not through the legal process, not going through the legal channels. When there's a pending case on this particular matter, it is before the Supreme Court. It is before the Supreme Court. In the absence of your colleague, and you broke into his office in the name of clear the office, that because that here the speaker is supposed to be. Liberia. This is it. This too, somebody will say, this too is Liberia. Somebody will say, this too is Liberia. Oh yeah, this too is Liberia. If we continue, I don't know where, if the lawmakers are doing these things, then I don't know whether if the executive, the people that should be going before the legislature to go and answer questions, if they are doing these things, whether the legislature, the lawmakers will have the face, the guts to do these things, to investigate them, to ask them questions. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Honestly. Well, I'm not going to talk much on it. I just lay my own thoughts on them. But in this country, we must learn to respect the laws. We must learn to respect the laws of this country. We as people, we as Liberians must learn to respect the laws of this country. Oh yeah. We must learn to respect the laws of this country. So I'll stop there and I'll take few calls. I'll talk just two things. Yesterday, so the president did what the president did was wrong, and why have you? Well, some are saying it happened in other countries, some are in other countries, some are saying and blah blah blah, but that's it. What do you make of the points? Yesterday, Representative Colette took on the instruction of James Colette, the office of Phonetic Cover was broken into. What are your thoughts? 0770 573 477 0770 573 477 0770 573 477 0881 871 670 0881 871 670 are the numbers you can use to be a part this morning of the conversation. What do you make of this? Breaking into the office of your colleague of Fuanati Kofa in his absence when there is a pending case still before the court. Do you think it was right for Representative Colette for the majority bloc to have broken into his office, even though there is a pending case? Let's hear you. It's time that we interact, fellow Liberians. It's time that we interact. People who should be making laws for this country. And these things are happening. Lawmakers, a lawmaker is giving an instruction to break. So you're breaking using, those heavy equipment and banging on the doors, hitting on it. And I was just like, wow. Where are we going, Liberians? Where are we going? Where are we going as a country? Is this what we'll continue to do? Is this what we'll continue to do? Is this the way we will continue to live? If lawmakers are doing these things, is it what we want to see happening for Liberians? When the right thing should be done and they are not working. The things are not working for the people. The districts in your various counties and districts, citizens are complaining The basic necessities, those bread and butter issues in the counties. Be making laws for the people that will improve their lives. These things are not happening. Is this how we continue to run this country? Is this how we will continue to run this country? When the Supreme Court had already told you that, well, y'all go back and do the right thing. If you want to remove them, man, just go back and put yourselves together. You'll go through the legal process. I don't know whether we should blame the Supreme Court too for this whole thing, because they are not, whether they were afraid or why they have failed up to now to interpret the ruling or the case. Why, since they came out, why they could not be clear to say it. 0770 573 477 0770 573 477 0881 871 670, and the WhatsApp line is +231 886 681198 +231 886 681198. Well, I've been told that my guest is already here, and so let me see if I can get this person right here coming through. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know. This person. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Yes, good morning. Your name and where you call from? I don't know. 0770 573 477 0770 573 477 0881 871 670. If I can get called, then I think I have to hold it there and usher in my guest. Yes, this morning, like I said, Teach for Liberia. We will have, a conversation this morning. Abigail Toba will be here. Madam Abigail Toba will sit this morning as my guest. Again, at 12, we will be at the media engagement of ANC political leader Alexander Benedict Cummings this afternoon. So it's going to be here on this radio. All right. So yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name, where you call from?
Well, my name is Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, my dear friend. Listening to a show, Phoenix, and particularly very great social human worker. They happened there yesterday for the using of vehicles to inspect and women and men. And to be realistic, our country and our nations are not in any competition to say this. The president goes vehicles to inspect and women and men. We should do the thing. So, for I think that last let me go to Hadith Kure. My dear brother, who is this Kure? This Kure is a totally disgrace at the people of this a country. You can tell me the battle the speaker just let me step out of it. You think the man take the court is it a lot of people in my office on this me? Yeah? We'll stop this issue, man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I can't take call anymore because my guests are already here. And so I'll just take this very short break to be right back. And of course, let me take this song. Like I said, this is a song that will always people have to keep the peace alive. Okay, so you want to come in? I don't know, Josh. If you just you can come in a little bit. Yeah, you're outside of the camera. Yeah, very good, very good. And just okay, adjust your mic. Yeah, very good. Okay, so three uh persons and two male and one female. The female looks very strong. Let me welcome you guys to, I mean, for the first time, Kia Radio. Good morning and welcome, guys.
Good morning,
Good
Jefferson.
morning.
Yeah, you have to, speak to the microphone. Don't be too far. Just, yeah, you can adjust it to you. Perfect. Okay, so let me begin with the brother here in the blue. Good morning. What's your name, bro?
Thank you. I'm Solomon P. Davis,
Okay, Solomon. Peter.
alumina Tifa Liberia.
Okay. And you?
Abigail Estopa, I am presently a fellow for Teach for Liberia.
Okay, good. You?
Okay, my name is Daniel BT Da, and I am an alumina of Teach Liberia too, but I also work in training support, currently heading recruitment at Teach Liberia.
Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough. So, for that, let me begin with you. Teach for I have been seeing Teach for Liberia on Facebook. I've been seeing it, but I just need an overview of Teach for Liberia. What is it all about? What are you guys into?
Okay, so Teach Liberia as an organization is a Liberia non-for-profit organization that strive to address Liberia most educational problems. That is to say, we focus on solving the issue of education Liberia by recruiting Liberia promising leaders
Uh-huh.
who are newly university graduate or university graduates to work in school as fellow for a period of 2 years, where they have the opportunity to make an impact in their community, in their school. So that's what the program is about. So for you to be a fellow teacher at Liberia, you first need to have a bachelor degree. It's a requirement. It's not something that we compromise. You first have your bachelor degree, and then your bachelor degree can be from any field.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily have to be education. Because once you have your bachelor degree, you apply, you go through the process. When the process, what we will do is that we carry on our summer institute, we conduct training in the training course for 6 months before we even place you. Now, when we place you at our partner schools, your training doesn't start. It's a continuing process. So during the 2 years of your fellowship, you continue to receive training, you continue to receive support, you continue to receive mentorship throughout the course. And hopefully, if you complete your 2 years of your fellowship, you will sit for your C certificate and then you pass your certificate, you become a qualified teacher. So that's how the program works. But like you say, we are here, so we're going to learn more about the program.
Yeah, because I had to, I haven't, gotten a full insight of it. And it's good that you're here now, so to talk about it. Okay, so the the overview, but then you are being the head of recruitment, or have you? Let's look at it. How do you do your recruitment? I know you talk about you have to be, I mean, a university graduate, get your degree first, but how do you go about doing your recruitment?
So every year in March, we put up the vacancy for the recruitment of fellows. So this coming March, first week in March, we'll be launching the application for cohort 6. Now, what we do during the course of the application is that we try to balance the equation because in Liberia, one of the things that is majorly lacking in the education space is having women in the classroom. So as an organization, what we do is that we carry out our recruitment process. Once we launch a recruitment process, we try as much as possible to incorporate females or encourage female teachers or female newly elected graduates to apply for the program. Now, once you apply for the program, what we do is our program is mostly 60-40. That is 60% female and 40% male. That's how our program works.
Okay. Okay. So let me go to the female. I'll come to you. Yeah, but I want to treat the lady, Madam Abigail. Like you said, is gender balanced, and they have the female. So you deal with the strong girls. I mean, what is all about the strong girls?
Okay, the Strong Girls Club basically is for females that maybe don't have understanding how to take care of themselves, or I would just say unity when it comes to being a female. For instance, for my school, I run a Strong Girls Club, and last year we had 25, but this year we are working on a number to increase. So, doing the Strong Girls Club, we have topics like one, we got our menstrual hygiene, we got our environmental cleaning, in hygiene. So it's mostly based on hygiene for females, whether it's your body, whether it's your surrounding, or it's our menstrual cycle. Yes. So basically, when we discuss that, we most of the time we have students, oh, Miss Abigail, all the things you are saying is true, right? But how can we impart it into the community? So that's where my question was, and basically right now we are working on it to see how I can impact them to impact the community students, because some of the females aren't in school.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well, you said that in school, is it college or just high school?
No, high school.
High school.
Yes. So some because of tradition, some from family background of lack of finance, they aren't in school. Yes. So based on that reason, so I decided that after our strong girls training, I will talk to our board today to see how best we can try to get maybe a 1 or 2 days campaign to go in the communities to have or awareness day. And also being in this organization, I've liked 5 good things.
5.
Yeah, 5. So the first one is them being committed to education, equity. Whether you are a girl or you are a boy, you have the right to study equally. And another one is leadership development. So as fellows, they train you intensively for 6 months, making sure that you take a vow that you will go to the classroom, you will impact students to make them future leaders. And then 3 is the hand-on impact. The hand-on impact where you go to the classroom and you make it possible that students learn what you've been taught. And in that learning process, we also learned something from Design for Change. He was running that stuff for us. Yes, Design for Change, where you have different mentality of teaching when you go to the classroom, not like before. And number 4, which is our professional growth and mentorship, which has to do with, let me just say, the alumni, because once you finish with the 2 years, you stay in the organization. Any opportunity that arises, the opportunity, once it's within your field of area, you get to be pointed out.
Okay. All right, fair enough. I mean, your girls that you go to, those girls that you're teaching, when you reach out to them, sometimes what do you hear? What are some of their stories like? I mean, coming out to you before even they are set to be a part of, this training.
Okay, so some of them don't have any knowledge at all. Yes, like from my school, they don't have. Like the first time I went there, they were basically, what is menstrual hygiene, or what is hygiene, because they were not teaching them anything about health science in the first place.
Wow.
Yeah. So when I went to the school, I had to break the lesson down because I'm their health science teacher and that of hosting the Strong Girls Club here. So we have to do the classroom lecture different, and then having a private time to discuss that. So in the classroom, it's just a general knowledge about them understanding what is even hygiene in the first place. And then we go to the Strong Girls Club. Then we have now the idea of hygiene. So maybe now adding menstrual hygiene to it and explaining to them makes it more clearer and understandable.
Okay, so let's come to Solomon. You the alumni, right? Cohort 3 alumni.
I'm alumni, currently vice president of the Alumni Association.
Wow.
Also a facilitator of the Strong Girls Club.
Also a facilitator. Okay, I know how long have you been on the program?
The program is 2 years, and I spent my 2 years and I graduated. So currently I'm an alumni.
Okay, so we're talking about this African Body Program. What is it?
Thank you. The African Body Program is a commemoration of fellows in our 2 years around Africa. And that program was hosted that brought us together, and then we had to be paid, and then bodies from different countries. So, like for example, Solomon Davis from Liberia, will pay with a body from Kenya, and Daniel have a body. Also, we have one of our colleagues, Bangali, will also pair with different person from another country. So that particular thing is also the mentorship building, as she said, because we were taught in various discipline Like for me, I chose the girl education.
Oh.
Yeah. So for the fact that I chose girl education, automatically I was opportune to apply also for the global girl education, because my understanding is that we have less number of women nowadays in Liberia at educational level, so we need to impact the girls so that they can be at the top and compete with the men or the boys in class.
Wow.
So the program was hosted, and after our 4 months intensive online training, with additional 2 months for me because I also enrolled into the global girl education. At the end of the training, we were certificated, and I was opportune to travel to Kenya on the basis of being selected for the travel visa, because the travel visa had to do with you and your body. You will have if you win the how you call this, if you win the raffle draw, then one person had to travel to another country where your body is. And by the grace of God, I was opportune to go to Kenya to meet my body in Kenya.
Going to Kenya, you from Liberia, and you know there are some people misconception about Liberia, but you go into a foreign country, meeting with other people there. How was it like for you? You know, sitting among those people, and then for just strange people. I mean, how was it for you?
All right, thank you. It was so wonderful, very exciting that I was wholeheartedly welcomed by the CEO and her entire team. And in fact, they even gave me a gift. They gave me a T-shirt for Teach for Kenya, and the entire staff, the alumni, down to the fellows, they all welcomed me. And by the grace of God, I even visited the school of my body because currently still teaching, and at the school I had the opportunity to teach. So I had to share the idea with the kids, and I was teaching mathematics. That had to do with the topic was on the multiplication, multiplying 4 digits number by 2 digits number. So those kids were very excited to see me. And one thing is that the classroom was just free as I was in Liberia. Just like I'm in Liberia, So meaning that I was in the classroom, and then I opened up the classroom just as I taught and the action of Faith Girls Academy. Because the discussion is that it shouldn't be a teacher center, it should be teacher and student centers. So where you had to interact with the students, and they also had to be asking questions, they had to go on the board and solve, and actually admire that, because what we have learned in Liberia, do not mind that you are in Liberia. While you learn, you can go anywhere and perform. So Teach for Liberia is actually doing well for us to build me up as a teacher, where I did not have any idea or even go to the classroom. But when I got to Kenya, I was welcome and I performed to the best of the expectation for which I was sent to Kenya.
So just to buttress to what my brother Solomon was saying, the Africa Body Program is a program that helps to connect alumni across Africa. Because if you look at Teach for Liberia, we are under a global network called Teach for All. And under the Teach for All network, you have Teach for Nigeria, you have Teach for Kenya, you have Teach for Uganda, you have Teach for America, and the list go on. So there are over 52 network partners, and I'm having to be one of those network partners. So during the second year of your fellowship, what happens is that you attend the Africa Body Program. The sole purpose of the body program is to help alumni who are already about to graduate to be able to connect with another body or another classroom teacher outside of their area of jurisdiction or their region in which they live. So, like for example, like Solomon was saying, I happen to be part of the Africa Body Program too. He was a part of the Africa Body Program. Another fellow from Liberia, Bangali Tukle, was a part of the Africa Body Program. So during the body program, what we do is that they try to pair you with a body from another country to see how you guys can engage in a classroom, how you guys can exchange idea or strategy of teaching, and just to be able to learn from one another in the best way possible. So I'll give you an example. My own body was from Uganda.
Okay.
During the course of my fellowship, we had the opportunity to actually introduce or interact with our classes. Like for example, we scheduled a Zoom call where I took my computer to my classroom and had a time to actually teach my students virtually. And I did the same for his class. So it was kind of interactive. And like what Solomon said, but it's actually a 4-month intensive training program where it's done online. And after the training program, we do a rapport job. That is, if you happen to be selected, if you given the opportunity to go and visit your body within his country, or your body will come and visit you. So it's a wonderful experience. And outside of that, like he said, the Teach for All network try to provide opportunities. So if you happen to be a part of the fellowship, there are a lot of things that you get to benefit outside of just being in a classroom. We train you to be our leaders, not just to your school, but even to the community as well. If you actually follow the Teach for Liberia page, you will notice that some of our teachers, you will notice that the opening community gardens, they are in their areas where they go to their school and notice that the children are starving, especially those of them who are in rural area. They try to create community garden to help address the issue of hunger. You go to another county, you will see a fellow there where the girls, they are unemployed, they don't know how to do anything. And these fellows we have, they are teaching these girls how to make soap, how to make clothes. Outside of the classroom, teaching them skills, giving them life skills. So these are some of the things we try to impart into our fellows so that when they go out there, their presence can be felt. Because we believe that education doesn't stop in the classroom. So there are a lot of things that are involved. And currently, being selected as the alumni connector for Africa. So I represent Liberia on the alumni board. My work really as an alumni for the Teach for All Network, as an alumni connector on the Teach for All Network, is to be able to connect fellows with opportunities that are being provided by Teach for All. So there are a lot of opportunities that come up every week, every month that Teach for All provide for the alumni. But because most of them don't know how to access this opportunity, that's why you have alumni connector who are trained to have access to the opportunities and be able to share it with them. So some of the opportunities you get diversity and inclusion. Most organizations you go to, they're not really teaching you these kind of things. But as for alumni of Teach for Liberia, you know when you get to the classroom, you see your blind student, you know how to engage with the students. If you see your crippled student, you know how to engage with the people. Like the fellows from Teach for Liberia are so great to the point that they can interact with anybody in any environment.
Wow.
That's how we are taught. And the opportunity for growth is just so big to the point that if you come to the network and you understand how the network works, you actually don't even want to leave the network.
Okay.
It's a space of learning, it's a space of fellowship. Once you are part of it, you are part of it for life.
So you're talking about the opportunity. So, but during the 4, 3, or 6 months training that you're going through, let's look at some of the difficulties, some of those challenges, especially when you're in a foreign country. Some what some of the challenges that you go through.
So yes, can I come to that?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. One thing is the language.
The language.
Like for Kenya, they speak Swahili.
Okay.
And that teaching is mostly done in Swahili.
Wow.
So they teach in Swahili and that of English. So when you get there, your English will somehow strain to the children or to the kids. So they explain to them, sometimes they'll be looking at it like, and they're trying to get what you are saying. So at some point in time, the guys will tell me, your English is broken. I say, well, you speak Swahili and your English is in Swahili, so how do you say my language is broken?
Wow.
So you sometimes find it difficult. But it's actually real that and the interaction between you and the class will be very good.
Okay.
So when you have that background from Teach for Liberia.
Okay. So Daniel, again, talk the Teach for Liberia 2025 outlook. What is it?
So for 2025, we are above to do recruitment, like I said.
Yeah.
Recruitment will start in March. What I can tell you as of right now is that our fellowship is mostly going to be focused on women. It's going to be women based this time around.
Why?
It's going to be mostly women based.
Okay.
The reason is we're trying to encourage women into the classroom. Most women feel like the classroom is only a space for men. Yes. And one of the things we are trying to do this year is that we are going to challenge our female fellows, right? Because you notice if you go to schools across Liberia, you can take your own time and go do your own survey. Most of the time, if you take a female to a school, the school administration will prefer to put the female in the elementary division.
Obviously. Yeah.
And they will be like, you can't teach math, you can't do this. But I can challenge you, our fellows can do these things.
And then that continue. We had one of our fellows who currently alumni with us from cohort 3. She was teaching mathematics.
Okay.
She was teaching mathematics.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see, so we are kind of trying to break that barrier that women can even do more. And like for our cohort 3, we had 6 women with under 3 men. Yeah. So actually appreciate it for Liberia to have women involved into the teaching field at that particular level, because it helps to open the mind and the eyes of others that they can take on that challenge and see how better they can improve the society.
So what qualifies now? You are a cohort 4 active fellow. What qualifies a female? Because I mean, I want to look at now you're female. What qualifies you to become an active fellow? You know, before becoming a fellow, what are those things? What do you do?
It's usually they would just say usual process. Okay.
You want to come in?
In terms of that, it usually has to do with the recruitment process.
Oh, okay, so that's the recruitment.
The recruitment process. So before becoming a fellow,
Mhm.
we don't just, in as much as you apply, we review your application, we try our best to take the strongest application, and then we invite them for training. Now, if we select you to participate in the training, it doesn't make you a fellow.
Okay.
It doesn't qualify you to be a fellow. To be a fellow, you must have gone through our 6 weeks of intensive Summer Institute training, where we will teach you everything that you will need to know to function in the classroom. And one of the things that make our program great is the monitoring aspect of our program. So, like most organizations, if they send you, you don't have coaches to go and monitor you. No, that doesn't happen at Teach for Liberia. If we send you to the field, you'll be surprised that every week you will have your coach visiting your school.
Okay.
Your coach will come and see you in action. So you're not just going to be teaching the students. The sole purpose of your coach going to your school is to see the kind of teaching that you are doing. What kind of method are you using to teach a student? Is it student center or is it teacher center? Are you trying to identify a different kind of learner in the classroom, the kinesthetic learner, the visual learner? So you have to make sure that everything you are being taught in the Summer Institute, that's why we run the Summer Institute, because when you come to the Summer Institute, we teach you classroom management, we teach you lesson planning, we teach you just basically different techniques and approaches to be in the classroom, how you can engage with the students. So the 6 week, after the 6 week, and then we place you. But trust me, every week we try our best as possible to conduct training online. That's the reason you see most of our fellows, by the time, not most of our fellows, but all of our fellows, as soon as you complete the 2 years of a fellowship, you are automatically qualified to be a C certificate holder in Liberia, because what we do is that we partner with the Ministry of Education, we give you a C certificate exam, you will take it and you pass. Now the last C certificate exam we gave, we had 9 people that took the exam, all 9 pass. Pass with
Everybody
flying colors. Yes. So the ratio, first thing, every alumni that took or the Ministry of Education C certificate exam through Teach for Liberia has made a successful pass. And we have about 90% of our alumni currently in the classroom, and the other 10 are working within the education space, like they work with an NGO that is into education, or they work with the ministry, those kind of stuff. So all of our alumni are actively involved in education.
Okay. You want to come in?
Yeah, so and also why we are recruiting more females, like for the Strong Girls Club, right? So you will notice that we need females that will go to schools and we'll open more Strong Girls Club. So like right now we only got 11 Strong Girls Club here. And we got over 250 students. But we want to take it beyond. We want to expand the number, having more facilitators here. So that's one main reason, and also teaching in the classroom.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, the females you recruited and you're putting them out, are they encouraging results from them? Sometimes when you send them to schools, are there encouraging results? Do you get?
Yes, we have a lot of positive results, and if you look at our statistics, it shows, because most of our fellows, upon completing their fellowship, either remain at their school as principal or vice principal. That's how good our fellows are.
Like my school now, they don't want me to leave. No matter what the case is, they don't want me to leave.
But 95% of the time, once a fellowship is over, they'll be like, can you stay, or we got a job for you? Would you like to be a principal? Would you like to be a vice principal? Would you want to be a dean student? Because when we send our fellow out, we send them out as leaders, not just to go into the class and participate in the regular teachers. Because when you attend the Teach for Liberia Summer Institute, you become so equipped to the point that when you get to your school of assignment, you actually start to help teachers in that space who are not up to your standard, to try to meet up to the educational standard of Liberia. That is to say, you will start to teach them some things, like some school you go to, some school, you're surprised to know that you go to some school, or qualified teacher in that school, they don't know how to do lesson plan.
Obviously.
Now, if you as a teacher from Teach for Liberia, you will go there, say, look, this is how you do a lesson plan, this is how you do this. Now, all of our teachers can do daily lesson plan, they do medium reach plan, they do or long-term lesson plan. All of our teachers, I'm not saying some, all of our teachers are capable of doing that. And if you listen to the coaches, they will tell you, as of right now, I'm also working training and support. So at times I do site visit where I go to the fellows on campus and actually watch them in action. And when I get to the school, all you get is praises from the students and the administrators. All all you get is praises from the students and administrators. So
Okay.
it's a really good thing. And as an organization, we are proud of the work that our fellows are doing. Because if they were not doing such a good job, nobody would want to appoint them as administrators. Nobody would want to keep them in the school.
That is a plus. I mean, for you. So the recruitment process, is it just a Monrovia or Montserrat base, or is decentralized?
So as of right now, we are in 8 counties.
8 counties.
Yes. As of right now, we are in 8 counties. And by the grace of God, this year we plan to expand to other counties. I will not state now, but we plan to expand. It's going to happen. It's not something that is up for discussion. We're definitely going to be at least 11 to 12 county parties here, parties coming academic year.
So when the girls are coming, you're taking them in for training, or I mean the strong girls. Is there this maybe aptitude test for them, or you just randomly when they come, you just take them in?
No, so we got something called survey test.
Okay.
So the survey test is basically about how you feel about being a strong girls club, what you think we can do about it. Just the list goes on with the question. So, and most of the time, based on the question, you can. For me, last year I had 3 different groups, depending on how they answer the survey questions.
Okay.
So you will notice that some people that aren't able to speak out, we put them to a place that they will pair with people that they're able to communicate with, and I make sure that there's confidentiality. Whatever that is being said within that group doesn't leave.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So one thing about Teach for Library, again, I always level highlight to the public is that at Teach for Library, outside the strong girls club, we also run a design for Change Club.
Yes.
So the design for Change Club is critical thinking or design thinking approach that we try to incorporate into the school. So instead of you, the teacher, or always trying to suggest ideas to the students,
the classroom,
we want you to train your student in your way that they will be the one to develop the idea and form solution to whatever challenges or problem that they notice in their environment.
Okay.
So the design for change approach, we got feel, we got imagine too. So the first thing the students, you encourage the student to feel the problem, to recognize the problem, imagine the solution, and then they themselves do something to address that particular problem within their environment.
Okay.
So we have some of our fellows running this club. We have climate education club. We got the strong girls club. So that's why we say our teachers are leaders, because when you go to the class, as long as you are a fellow teacher librarian, you have to run one of these clubs.
Let me get it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daniel. You know, when it comes to the design for change, when that program was then launched on my campus by then, Action of Faith, and it was Ellis Campbell who was running that program, who was the head. So during the launch, he asked a question: why you think you can see around you that you think we can bring on board in the school? Everybody, we have up to 50 persons in our room. And the little girl, a little child from 5th grade by then, she said, we need electrical bell. Because when the bell goes, or when the bell's been rung, everybody can get a bell at the same time. But when you had an electrical bell
in each classes,
then when they have been sounded from the point, everybody
will hear.
And that was amazing.
Wow.
So the design for change will make the student to bring all their own idea. And from that, actually, although it somehow looks so difficult, because when it comes to the literacy issue we face in Liberia, it's somehow difficult. But in real life, that is it.
Yeah,
because we have that little bell. So can you imagine if the school is changed part to the point like your Daniel school, then, and the judge, where will the bell will go? You know that bell are gone. So if you had a little bell in your class, the moment they have been sounded, you will get it right there in your room. And it will come from the little child idea. So that's how the design for change look like.
Okay.
It's kept to pay.
So the students that are trained, these teachers, are there schools that you see led to send them, or you just maybe you say just go to any school, or you are there selected schools?
So we have schools that we partner with, but the schools that we partner with are schools that are usually in need.
Okay.
So we don't just send them to any school. We send our fellows to school that we know if they get to the school, they'll be able to make an impact. Some schools are not in good conditions. They don't have good teachers. They don't have good environment. And they still manage to have students in these spaces trying to acquire education. That's where Teach for Liberia comes in. We partner with these schools. We send the fellows there so that they will be able to help change certain things within that environment. right? So you say, for example, you send your fellow to a school that doesn't have qualified teachers. The teachers there do not know how to plan lesson. That school is in need. So when you get there as a fellow, you work with the school to help to build other people to be able to meet the standard of education within Liberia. That's what we do as an organization.
Okay.
So the schools that we partner, even like right now, we'll be putting the partnership letter out soon, the partnership or application out soon. A lot of schools will apply, but we only take the schools
That are in need.
That are in need.
Okay.
You cannot have a private school who has boss, who have qualified teachers, and then we take our fellows who put in there. Their impact will not be felt in those kind of environment.
So when you send them out, who's responsible for them? Is it you, or when after they have gone out now, the school is responsible for them?
No, when we send them out as an organization, we are responsible for them.
Okay.
We cover their staff needs.
Okay.
When you go to the school, your details, you need to teach in terms of the staffing, teach what I cover the staffing.
Okay. But what about the training? Is there? Are there fees attached?
No, it's absolutely free.
Free?
Yes.
It's
So
free.
it's like we will give you staffings to actually.
You get free knowledge, and then you also.
Yes.
Wow.
So we give you a staffing to help you make an impact into your country. But like we say, we need people who are passionate, because education is not, because right now if you look at most people in Liberia, they feel like if I get nothing to do, I just go to the classroom to teach. And that I teach for Liberia, we are not trying to incorporate that. We want people who are passionate, who want to see change in the education space,
who are creative
thinkers into the classroom. So when you get to the classroom, by the time you pass through our screening process, trust me, we'll know if you are actually passionate or you just get money. We'll know.
There are random girls out there. You see our society now, girls are out just doing some unusual things. If you were to encourage or to tell one of them, a female, to hey, you need to impact society, you need to change, you need to do something for yourself, what would you say to a girl out there?
A student or
Yeah.
female that
A female.
graduated?
Yeah, no, not especially, but maybe because in your intro, you talk about girls. Some of them are not being in school.
Yeah.
At all. So what would you? Those words that you say that will encourage them. Maybe I could be part of this. It's time that I make something out of my life.
Okay. So getting back to that, you will see that my number 5, I didn't say number 5, which is community engagement and that of policy advocacy. So when it comes to education, we notice that some students will say, oh, the public schools are packed. The public schools packed. And we don't have people giving scholarships to students.
Oh.
Yeah. So like for what happening now with some of the partnerships that are closing down for opportunities. Yeah, so you will notice that some of the students, like for my community, I have few students that were in school before, and when I asked the parents were, they are Muslim, so that women, they will get married and go to school. So most of those things, that's what Teach for Liberia is for. They are going to advocate for students in that case, whether you can be for any background, whether Muslim, Christian, or what, to advocate that girls should go to school to learn how to take care of themselves, that environment, and how to educate. Because you see, female, we reproduce. And if we don't have the knowledge about how to take care of ourselves and how to impart the knowledge to our next generations, it becomes hard. So you will notice that before education, our great-grandfathers or forefathers would say the men go to school, the female stays home. So when they stay home, you will be the housewife.
You take care of the home.
Take care of the home, and the man will go out, he will work. Yeah. So we decided to kill that saying, and that's why gender equity comes in that I talk about first. So everybody has equal right. And now I said my girls have decided that if we get the opportunity to go in the community to educate their friends. So if your parents don't have the money to send you to school, we can still have 1 or 2 days with you that we have a general conversation with all females in the community. So if it's approved, we can do that.
Okay,
To
so
the point,
yeah,
let me
yeah,
add up.
add up.
Also sell my capacity. Right, it's very good that even if you are not in school, that's a reason for which people come from diverse background to be a part of the the Kear for Library family. Because there are other people who have vocational knowledge outside the classroom. So when you are part of this institution, you also help to the community base that you said. So in the community now, take for example the person of interest, or you are a tailor and you are part of the institution. In your community, you had to make a difference. You had to impact. And that impact had to be done in a way that the community will benefit. You can put people together like Daniel started with just one computer. You were able to have 2, 3, 4, 5% or children coming together in the community to conduct training for them.
Wow.
And he started reporting for it because he was doing the digital electricity for doing the African Body Program. So in your community, you must do that impact because Team for Library is being as a leader in your community, outside the community. So in the school and outside the school, you have to be a leader. So if you have that and the vocational knowledge in you, you should also be able to transfer that in your community. For those people who are not and who don't have that privilege to go to school, you can also build them on board. If somebody can be able to produce a soap or make tassel, make other product and other things, that person will be able to help themselves. Although you don't have the chance or you don't have the means to go to school, yes, still you will not rely on the resources of the man.
Okay.
So just to buttress to what you were saying, right? If you look at the Strong Girls Club now, shout out to Aramita and Lovell from the County.
Yes.
These are Strong Girls facilitators who actually went to their county. When they went to their county, they started to teach these young ladies in their school or how to make soap, how to make clothes, just basic life skills, right? Tie and that. Wow. But they realized that the problem was not just in the school, but even within the village that they live, all of the women in that environment who are not even in the school, do not even have basic skills. So what they do is that they will go to the community, beg these young ladies to come to class, just so that they will be able to pass on that knowledge. So they are actually serving as leaders in those communities. They are helping to transform the life of those young women within that space. So for that, we are very, very proud of them and shout out to them.
Okay, so it said the entire for the recruitment process. Is it just you know? Do you consider persons with disabilities?
Yes.
Yes.
We definitely consider people with disabilities. Okay. So one thing I will tell you, right? Teach for Library have a partnership with the School of the Blind.
Oh, which is good.
In
That's
Virginia.
good. That's
so
good.
That's to tell you that we actually have teachers in those environments who are actually try to make an impact. Even a principal for the School of the Blind is actually alumni of Teach for Library.
Oh wow. Okay.
So good. These are things that you need to take into consideration. So we definitely talk, like I was telling you, we talk about diversity and inclusion. It's a major part of our core value as an organization. We try to incorporate everybody. People with disabilities are encouraged to apply, and we do not discriminate. Okay. Matter of fact, this coming application in March, actually Sydney Public, we are asking people with disabilities to apply, encouraging you to apply.
Yeah, because many times I know when these discussions have been held, you open the lines and ask, what about people with disabilities that you can take them? So let me just read a few of the comments on Facebook coming. J. Emmanuel Jr. says, definitely guys, we sincerely appreciate TFL. And this is the only teacher training institution that takes no training fees. Yeah. Wow. TFL trains young librarians, place them in the classroom for 2 years and give them a oh, indeed. Okay, the staffing is more than a civil servant's salary. Okay. Lionel put numerous Jefferson says, Jeff, that's why Teach for Liberia is the best teacher training help in Liberia. TFL has done well for education sector of Liberia in less time. He wanted to say again, Master, thanks. Okay. The impact of TFL is massive in the educational space. I'm one of the alumni. Oh, okay.
So Chepa is actually the president of the Alumni Association, Teach for Liberia Alumni Association. Okay. Shout out to him and shout out to Emmanuel or Lando for following the program as well.
Okay. All right. So I'm about to open the lines. Is that something maybe some of you want to talk about before I open the lines and we start to take calls?
To add up. So people, maybe some questions will come. If students have disabilities in classroom. So for my school, I got 4 students.
Okay.
Yeah. So
4 students with disabilities.
Yeah. Okay. So I got one. he's crippled. The other one is visually impaired.
Mm.
And for I can call her my favorite figure. She decides when she wants to write your note. She decides when she wants to take tests and when to communicate. But she's good at drawing.
Okay.
So her own learning process is different because I literally got to draw things by showing it to her, or we use the phone, to teach her. So her own learning is quite different from everybody.
Okay.
So so that's just it.
All right, folks, if you're out there, this is the Kear Morning Show here on Kear Radio. We have alumnus, I would say, from Teach for Liberia. And of course, they are here. And it's time that we interact with you. You've been listening. If you have comments, maybe you hear about the recruitment, you want to ask question, how one can be a part. It's time that you interact. The numbers are 0770-573-477, 0770-573-477, 0881-871-670. The international line is +231-886-681198, +231-886-681198. So those are the numbers you can use if you're out there and you want to be a part of the conversation here. You want to learn, especially females, right? I'll be particular because now we're giving women the preference in Liberia. If you're a woman and you men, you don't compete. So again, 0770-573-477, 0881-871-670, +231-886-681198 are the numbers you can use to be a part of the conversation. Let me go to the line and get this person right here. Good morning. Good morning. Let me get it again. Good morning. Good morning. Tell me where you come from. Oh, Bo Water Salana, welcome. Let's hear you. Oh, I don't know. We have an alternative line. I think this line is not going through, but we have an alternative line 0770 615238, 0770 615238. That's the alternative line. Let's go to the international line. Good morning.
Good afternoon from my end, and thank you so much for having me online.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, I know the name is already familiar, and Emmanuel Jr., and I'm truly in a little distance away from Liberia. I just saw as a means of testifying and validating the things that the guys have already said, right? So People Liberia is one of those unique institutions that is immensely contributing for young people in the educational space in Liberia. Right? I got interest to leave Liberia when I first had the opportunity to teach for Liberia, to travel out of Liberia. And I saw how things were run, and I saw systems. So it made me develop that interest to leave Liberia. And after that journey, 1 year, and I was able to leave Liberia. The people Liberia developed me. I worked with the Ministry of Education. In fact, people like John was the one that made me to enter the education space, developed me, and sent me over to the Ministry of Education. And I worked with the Ministry of Education. While I was working there, TSL was still giving me a stipend. And also, I was providing a little services to them. So honestly, this is an institution. The selection process is not biased. It is very competitive. And for those that prepare, is very ready to solve some problems in our education space. I hope I'm not taking much of your
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. And People Liberia is an institution that truly wants to just be a math teacher, but to be a leader. I I went to a school. I worked there for 2 years. For 2 years. I served as vice president for administration, and I served as junior student just for 2 years. All because of the leadership skills aspired from Teach for Liberia. The Teach for Liberia is the only teacher training institution in Liberia that all opportunities are first degree holders. Those that have or bachelor are those that TFL recruit and place in the classroom and make them to be teachers. So if we get content from other countries and run, if we see theory in other countries, those that are in universities, one will have the honor your professors to be able to teach your high school. So they will be able to give you those educational level courses with business or set and practical knowledge. And tomorrow, if you have that opportunity, you can teach. Now, I made those people they don't go out of teacher. If that is something that TFL, I think, have adapted to brought into our educational space, a massive contribution have been made. So as the Ministry of Education, TFL is doing for good work. And a little over 6 countries now benefiting for Teach for Liberia. So I want to thank you to Daniel, Kear, and our own vice president is a vice president Solomon. And I say welcome back to Liberia.
Thank you.
And he was just in Kenya. So that was so amazing. So thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity to make my voice to be heard.
You're welcome. Again, the line is active 077-0573-477. We just had a little technical issue with the line, but it's on now. For those of you who want to call the local line, 077-0573-477 is active, and plus 231-886-681198. Teach for Liberia, they are here this morning. We're almost out of time. Let me go to the line and get this person through right here. Good morning. Good morning. No. Okay. The line is giving me oh yeah. Again, let me get a person here through. Okay, let me get you through. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Yeah, let me where you call from.
I'm Lionel Jipa and call from Grand Cape North County.
Okay, Lionel.
Yeah, so I just wanted to talk on the leadership aspect of Teach for Liberia and how wide the umbrella of Teach for Liberia is.
Okay.
So Teach for Liberia is one organization that focus on the leadership ability of the fellows. So all of the fellows throughout our time when we were there, we can train both for educational purposes, also for leadership ability. That's one reason Teach for Liberia. Teach for Liberia is part of an organization called Teach for All that is in about 50 or more member countries in the world.
Okay.
But Teach for Liberia right now is a leading organization among all of the organizations under Teach for All that has more members, more alumni and leaders for schools. Other Teach for have their alumni as teachers and holding other lesser leadership positions in school, but Teach for Liberia have principals, vice principals, deacon students. Most of our alumni have positions holder in various schools.
Okay.
So Teach for Liberia also has an opportunity that once you are working with Teach for Liberia, even as an alumni, Teach for Liberia still guards the leadership aspect.
Okay.
Everything is applied for due training, and if this training requires you to leave the country, you go out of the country and then the training and come back. I was fortunate to travel to India and then
wow.
5 days workshop, and I came back from India and had a lot of experience. Just a day or two ago, I was in an online training. I lasted for 2 days and had a lot of experience. So Teach for Liberia is in the business of building the capacity of young people day by day.
Okay.
So once you have the Teach for Liberia and the fellow and alumni building their capacity day by day. So I'm encouraging people who want to be leaders,
okay.
people who want to be educators, people who want to give back to society to join Teach for Liberia so that we can get Liberia education system in the government.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So there is a question here. Emmanuel, journalist Emmanuel B. Thomas is, I say, I'm following closely from my local residential area at St. Paul Bridge, District 16. First, let me use this medium to appreciate those guys who are in your studio. This one discuss initiatives, things that people are willing to listen to. Questions: how can someone merge themselves with family? Location of TFL office? Did the government I think is the government aware of TFL? Lastly, I pray for God to implement what all they need. So he's asking.
Okay, so first of all, let me address the first question.
Yeah.
In terms of location,
Yeah.
as of right now, our office is located in Mamba Point.
Okay.
So we are at Mamba Point. But if you want to know more about Teach for Liberia, or you can just search Facebook Teach for Liberia, and then you can follow us from there. So everything you need to know in terms of recruitment, in terms of the work our fellows are doing, is being posted there. In terms of if the government is aware of us,
Yeah.
the government is definitely aware of us. Matter of fact, we have a very good relationship.
The man wanted to be like QNet.
Yeah, no, we have a very good relationship with the Ministry of Education. Matter of fact, when someone institute the ministry, actually send people to evaluate the content or the material, actually teaching our fellows.
Okay.
And sometimes they even recommend some of the trainers who have been used to come to our summer institute to actually teach. And what happens is that I will tell you this, if they are, because sometimes our summer institute is 2 weeks in person, 2 weeks online.
Okay.
So to the online process, you notice that people from the ministry can actually be following or training. They will be in their offices, they got on BTV there, they'll be sitting there and they will be observing the presenter. What kind of content are you giving to these people you are about to call fellows? Is it in line with the ministry guidelines and policy? So we are definitely in work with the ministry. That's why even the C certificate for Teach for Liberia, it's actually signed by the minister.
Oh, okay.
It's actually signed by the minister. So that's how to tell you how good the relationship we have with the ministry is.
Okay. Yeah, so we're about to go. Let me begin with you. Maybe your parting comment, something you want to add up, and so that we can.
My parting comment will be keep following Teach for Liberia, support us, because we all complain of unemployment, we all complain about Liberia education being a mess. Or it is a mess, but it's our mess.
Yeah.
So we have to clean it up. So in our life, we are asking for support. We are asking many Liberians to contribute in whatever way they can, whether it's through supplies, whether it's with cash or whatever. Because if we send the fellow into the field, right? Into the classroom, they need to get paid. They need to be able to take something home to take care of their family. Now we need money to do these things. So whatever you can do, you can reach out to us. Hopefully by March, like I said, we're going to be putting all our campaign, our Oprah Cash campaign. So if you want to make donation, you can go to the link and then you make your donation on the Oprah Cash. But like I said, keep following us and you will see the good work that we are doing. I can tell you for sure, you will have success stories not just from our teachers, but you also hear success stories from the students they are impacting. So follow us and support us. Through whatever means you can, just support us.
Okay. Yeah. Let Daniel be the last. I mean Solomon. Let Solomon be the last. Abigail.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say, to all females out there, please come and join the family. Please come and join the family, because you don't know why you are missing out. Because I just felt that first when I was recruited, it was just the normal teaching route.
Okay.
It will tell you, oh, you will create a lesson plan, you go to the classroom. But there's a whole new dimension to this Teach for Liberia. When you go to the classroom, you will understand that it's not the same way. So for our own days that we sat in the classroom, teacher taught us, it's a whole different new thing you are learning. So you as a teacher going to the classroom, you learn from the student learn from you. You have, I would just say, a sister and brother born, or teacher and student born. There's a whole lot of fun to it. And also, don't forget, and as they can see, I was stopping when they see myself okay. So come and enjoy the fun. So please, recruitment is in March. Please don't forget. And also, before I leave you, please come and join the family. You don't know why you are missing out. And not to forget, we have opportunities that comes Whether it's online training, you will get certificates, to be honest. Maybe we didn't talk about that. But any online stuff that comes that drops or traveling opportunity, showcase, your name would be recommended. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, Solo.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and thank to everyone who made this interview or this video platform a success. I will actually want to add on to the girl education that had to do with the Strong Girl Club because my passion is to see girls at the top. And can you imagine our facilitators that we had in the field and the only male among them? So the question is why?
Okay.
Because Liberia from the past, since 1822, our women and mothers have been marginalized from the onset. They have been denied education. Some point in time before 1946, before we even have voice.
Yeah.
So at this point in time, we are calling on them to make this as a point of start for them, so that we can have more women and more girls in school. Because that's the only way our society will be a competitive one. So I'm asking them, if I can take upon myself to say I'm taking girl education at the top, anybody can do it. Yeah. So I'm also asking the public to also help us with finances. Because can you imagine, even if we have the program running, for example, we need material like we are having our menstrual hygiene day. They come in on May 28th. And we also need materials that will be able to go out into the community. We also had a plan. We had a retreat, and we need to all of those schools, those partner schools, also had to be involved with that particular menstrual day, because we had to tell them how that awareness done, the importance of that day, how it came to be, and how those girls or women can be able to take care of themselves. So those things that we need, the sanitary pad, it can be soap, it can be any other thing, towel or whatsoever. Those things are also needed that we can be able to help our young women or girls in school to be able to and to encourage them to do more. So thank you all.
All right. So that's it. That's how we go home again on today's edition of the Kear Morning Show here. This is the song that I'll leave you with. Daniel, Abigail, and Solomon have been here from Teach for Liberia. And of course, God willing, I'll be back on tomorrow. But again, today at 12, Arizona Cummings will be on this radio. My name has been Jefferson Perry Weah. Join me on tomorrow for another edition. Bye-bye.